Hey, it's your friendly astrologer, Alexandra, and today we're going to be talking about Mars conjunct Venus in a composite chart. So a composite chart, you take two natal charts, take the midpoints from both of those charts, and then smash them together, and the end result is the chart of the relationship itself. The composite chart is quite a bit more concrete than a synastry chart, which is more malleable and easier to work with. Mars in a composite chart can show where your combined efforts can really manifest results, and it also shows where the overall drive of the relationship ends up, and it can also give you some clues into sexual compatibility between the two people if you're looking at a romantic relationship. And then Jupiter is more about the overall optimism and hope in the relationship. It's a really important planet to look at, and it also gives you an idea of where in life the relationship actually expands and benefits the most. For any type of relationship, whether this is between friends, business partners, teacher-student, romantic partners, I absolutely love seeing this aspect. It's actually one of my favorites that I've experienced so far. And if you are somebody that has quite a bit of Mars energy, like myself, I have Mars in the first house, and you experience this one, you're probably going to agree with me that it's also one of your favorites. Because what it does is it actually has a caffeine-like effect. When you take the alchemy of these two people, what it creates is a relationship with mutual support, joy, and motivation for both people. There's a lot of genuine, I really have your back type of energy, as long as it's not negatively aspected. So do keep in mind that we're only focusing on one thing in a composite chart, but what you're gonna find is that this relationship is gonna give you a really good platform for achieving and going after your dreams. And when you see the other person doing well, you're gonna get excited for them, and that feeling is going to be reciprocated back onto you. They're always gonna be excited for you. It's pretty unlikely that you'll be jealous of each other. And along with all of that kind of loveliness, it actually adds a lot of play into your relationship as well. You can find that you can easily make each other laugh. You'll probably have a lot of inside jokes, and you're gonna have a lot of fun doing various activities together, especially if they have kind of a physical aspect to them, like Mars. And what it does in romantic relationships is it adds a lot of ease when it comes to speaking about our sexual preferences. So you'll notice probably that you and your romantic partner can discuss your preferences without a lot of judgment or fear around that topic, which is really nice. It's really good to study the house placement of where these planets are so that you can utilize the energy in your relationship to its highest quality. And I had this one actually with an astrology teacher of mine, so we had it right smack dab in the third house and the fourth house, so we kind of had effects from both houses. And with it being in the third house, I found that whenever we would Skype each other, we would be able to talk for hours about different intellectual concepts, and it was a very stimulating aspect that way, especially with our conversations. And with it being in the fourth house, we would do readings for each other, so there was a really valuable level of vulnerability. Like, I felt like we could both honestly express how we were feeling without the fear of judgment, which was great. As I met my teacher, I not only advanced my skill in astrology, but I actually also got over a lot of my fears around public speaking, because we would motivate each other to continue advancing in our businesses. And he's honestly the reason why I'm doing these YouTube videos today, because they were terrifying for me before. And each time that we would meet over Skype, it actually expanded my perception of astrology and what it can really be applied to, and I started realizing that I could dream way bigger than I had before we had met each other. And the last thing that I noticed with experiencing this aspect is whenever I had an idea, there would always be support behind whatever idea it was. The more grandiose, the better in some ways, because we are working with Jupiter here. So if I was going to see this aspect between two potential business partners in a composite chart, I would definitely be really excited about the possibility of partnering with that person. But of course, do look at the entire composite chart before you make any decisions related to that. And if you ever need help with any of those decisions, you can find me on my website, plutoniaintuitive.com. I am available for consultation, birth chart readings, relationship readings, and I have all of my social media links down below. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back to you with more woo-woo stuff in the future.